Welcome to my next Better Call Saul Season 6 episode review video. Before I get into that, though, pretty important if you aren't caught up to the point where I am and rewatching or watching Better Call Saul, or you're just entirely sure, then you definitely need to take the initiative and pay attention to the episode's title, which of course I'll mention, as well as put in the description. If that happens to be the case, you find that you're not caught up, it would be my recommendation that you don't watch this detailed review any further to avoid any potential spoilers. And full disclosure, I've already seen Better Call Saul all the way through one time. It's definitely one of my favorite shows of all time, somewhere between number 6 and number 12, and I wanted to rewatch the show and let it resonate for you guys. Obviously, I'm a big fan of Breaking Bad. I reviewed every single episode of Breaking Bad on this channel and did ranking videos for like favorite episodes, favorite characters, and favorite seasons. So if you want to check out my Breaking Bad seasons ranked, my most recent one, you can click right here with about 20 seconds left to go in the video. That will be the end screen and the link to that particular video. And of course, I'll put other Breaking Bad videos at the end of this video as well. So make sure that you check them out. So with all that said, this will be Better Call Saul Season 6, Episode 8. The title of this episode is called Point and Shoot. And this will be my review reaction recap after just finishing watching the episode. So we started off on a beach. A single shoe is swept against the shore by the waves. The camera then pans further inland toward another shoe, and then over a set of footprints. Then finally to Howard Hamlin's abandoned Jaguar. The driver's side door left ajar. Inside, Howard's wallet and wedding ring have been left on the dashboard, hinting at his staged suicide. Moments after killing Howard Hamlin, Lalo Salamanca orders a terrified Jimmy and Kim to sit on the couch, handing them a written address and map. He states that he wants Jimmy to take Lalo's car to the address, use a revolver in the glove compartment to shoot the occupant when he answers the door, and take a photo of his body. Eager to prevent her from becoming Lalo's hostage, Jimmy suggests that Kim be sent to perform the task over her horrified objections. Lalo agrees. Left with no choice, Kim leaves the apartment and drives away in Lalo's car. Lalo binds Jimmy to a chair and tells him of the assassination attempt at his compound because he was introduced to Jimmy through the man who betrayed him, Ignacio Nacho Varga. Lalo suspects that Jimmy was in on the plan. He leaves the apartment with Jimmy's keys, telling Jimmy that he expects to be told the whole story when he gets back. Jimmy struggles to escape his restraints and falls over on the floor next to Howard Hamlin's dead body. Kim drives to the address, agonizing over what she's about to do. At a stoplight, a police car pulls up next to her. She rolls down the window and contemplates alerting the officers, but does not do so. Kim finally drives into a residential neighborhood and finds the house. Gus Fring's residence. She reluctantly walks up to the front door and rings the bell. Just as she raises the revolver and is about to shoot the person answering the door, Mike appears from behind, disarms her, and forces her into the house. Gus, through surveillance monitors at the Reidman residence, while Mike questions Kim. Mike is shocked to learn that Lalo Salamanca is at her apartment and has taken Jimmy hostage, sending an order for Tyrus to get there immediately. Taking the underground passage to the Reidman residence, he tells Gus to stay with two of Mike's men, then has two more come with him. Meanwhile, Lalo Salamanca, hiding in Jimmy's car, watches Tyrus and his guys leave the laundromat. He climbs onto the roof, narrowly avoiding him being spotted by the security cameras, and begins tampering with the ventilation fan to sneak inside. Gus remains restless, watching Kim through the monitors. He calls Victor, who is standing in the room with her, and asks to speak with her directly. Kim tells Gus that Lalo had originally wanted to send Jimmy to kill him, but that Jimmy had talked Lalo out of it by sending her instead. Gus realizes something is wrong by the fact that Lalo voluntarily changed his mind. He tells the two men guarding him to follow him elsewhere. Mike, Tyrus, and several of their men set up a perimeter around Kim's apartment complex. After establishing that the area is clear, they make their way inside the apartment and find Jimmy still tied to the chair. After being assured that Kim is safe, Jimmy tells Mike that Lalo left the apartment immediately after she did. It wasn't necessarily immediately. It was like 10 minutes maybe, because he had to tie him up in the chair and that. Realizing where Lalo is going, Mike attempts to call Gus. Gus, accompanied by several bodyguards, enters the laundry. He sees the broken ventilation fan but reacts too late. Lalo appears and guns down the bodyguards. Holding Gus at gunpoint, he records a video for Don Eladio on his video camera. When Gus refuses to comply, Lalo shoots him in the chest, blocked by a bulletproof vest. Gus leads Lalo into the secret excavation beneath the laundromat. There, speaking into the camera, Gus addresses Eladio himself, angrily denouncing the cartel and vowing to kill off the Salamanca family. He suddenly disconnects a power cable, with the excavation into the darkness. He retrieves the gun that he had previously hidden and shoots back at the blindly firing Lalo until he runs out of bullets. Illuminating the lights of the excavator, he discovers that Lalo has been shot in the throat. Lalo dies with a smile on his face. Lalo would do something like that. And then Gus collapses, realizing that he was hit in the abdomen, just below the vest during the shootout. Lyle arrives at Los Porros Hermanos to open the restaurant. He receives a call on his phone from Gus, who calmly tells him that he will be out of town for the week and that Lyle will be responsible for managing the restaurant in his absence. Unbeknownst to Lyle, Gus is being treated for his gunshot wound at the Ryman residence with Mike at his side. Once the two are left alone, Mike admonishes Gus for going to the laundry without informing him, saying that things could have gone down a lot differently. Jimmy watches Mike's henchman Arthur emptying the refrigerator. Kim returns home with Mike. The couple tearfully embrace after Howard taking Howard's keys and telling Arthur to drive Howard's car to the laundry. Mike sits Jimmy and Kim down in the bedroom and tells them what is going to happen next. Howard's car will be driven several states away and abandoned next to the ocean, staged as a suicide, since the car was likely seen at the apartment before his disappearance. Jimmy and Kim are to tell the police that Howard showed up in a drug-ailed stupor and left eventually. He stresses to them that they are to act casually for the rest of the day and pretend the events of the previous night did not happen, as they are the last people that saw Howard Hamlin die. So the police will be onto them to a degree, and they have to play it out like, yeah, he showed up, he's weird, he was acting weird, and then he left. Jimmy sees Howard's body being stuffed into the old refrigerator while Mike's men wheel a new one into the apartment. At the excavation, Tyrus uses the excavator to dig a large hole while Lalo and Howard's bodies are being prepared for burial. Mike removes Howard's wallet, wedding ring, and shoes, then looks on sympathetically as his body is dumped into the hole next to Lalo Salamanca's. Mike climbs out of the excavation as Tyrus proceeds to fill in the double grave, ending the episode. So a really good episode here. I have to give this one a 10 out of 10 as well, because this ended a big story plot on Better Call Saul with Lalo Salamanca. And my characters of the episode, I have to pick Kim for her acting. I have to go with Lalo because he was just a badass and died with a smile on his face. And then I would also have to give strong consideration to Gus Fring. They all did equally really good. They all won the character of the episode 33.3%. So I have to give them all a tie. So you've heard everything that I have to say. Now it's your turn. If you're a fan of Better Call Saul, Breaking Bad, or El Camino, a Breaking Bad movie, and you want to help me out with the YouTube algorithm, please don't forget to Hulk smash the like button, share the video with a friend, put this video on any one of your social media platforms. Don't forget to sound off in the comment section about what your thoughts are on this episode of Better Call Saul. Not many left now. What would you rate the episode? Who would be your character or characters of the episode? anything else that you want to add. Remember to click right here for my Breaking Bad Seasons Ranked video. And then last but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button. You're watching the video anyway. Subscribe to the channel as I want to get to 100,000 subscribers. Join the team, share your damn support, and be a part of something special. And you never know what you're going to see on JDab TV.